Claudio look like it's a timeout.
Hey man, sorry for the technical difficulties. Well, just put like a part 2. First of all, do you want to say anything? Do you want to say anything about what happened? Like why we had to restart?
Oh, I accidentally ended the stream. I was trying to press or something else. I accidentally hit the end stream button.
He had to call you out like that, bro.
Yeah.
Accountability is important, ladies and gentlemen. And I feel like we all be accountable for our mistakes.
You see what type of host he is? Like, the fuck?
I feel like we should be accountable, though.
I was like, do you have something to tell everyone?
Other shit, and then he just gonna say that shit out the blue. Like, we already talked about it before when you left the last stream, bro. We already did. I already talked about it. We already talked about it with Nakai.
Yeah, I don't even know where we. Oh, Sabonis and Bam. I'm picking Sabonis. I think he can just do more for a team. Yeah, that was basically it, man. Defense is cool and shit, but Sabonis I feel like he just affects the game more than Bam. But Bam's solid. I was a Bam hater.
It's preference.
I was a Bam hater. I'm not gonna lie. So, but he's grown on me. But that's neither here or there. We're gonna move on to our third. All right, Jalen Brunson or Tyrese Halliburton.
I'm going with Jalen Brunson. I think Jalen Brunson's a killer. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll be able to, help the Knicks get back to that realm of being actually relevant, which they haven't been there for probably like almost 30 years. Since the Patrick Ewing day.
Are there other options?
It's Jalen Brunson or Tyrese Halliburton.
There's other options. Like, I don't want to start with either of them.
I'll probably go with Tyrese. Better shooter, playmaker. I'll just prefer him on my team in terms of making other players better and just hitting shots as well. Because I don't think Brunson makes anyone else better. In my personal opinion, but if I had to choose between those two, I guess I'll choose Tyrese.
Interesting. I feel like if you make us win, you make us better. I ain't gonna lie, but I am gonna pick Tyrese, but only because we're saying there's no one else on the team and you're starting with a player. I'd rather have Jalen Brunson on my team. Like, if I'm just in free agency, give me Jalen Brunson. But starting a team, knowing what he's going to do for the other guys that I bring in, I might have all bums, maybe just spot up shooters and dunkers. Give me Tyrese. But, I feel like Jalen's the better player. But if I'm starting the team, I would rather start off with my playmaking, quote-unquote, superstar of the future.
I'm gonna go with Brunson because I've seen his magic firsthand. He's completely turned the Knicks organization around, which you could say is a poverty franchise recently. But Jalen Brunson, man, I feel like he does an amazing carry job because sometimes Randall has been playing better this year, but Randall in the last playoffs was non-existent, and Brunson was the real factor on why we even made it that far into that Heat series or into the second round. So I just seen Brunson when the lights get bright, he shows out all the time. I'm not saying Halliburton's a bad player, but I've not seen him in that environment, in that when I need you the most, I need you to hoop. Like the in-season tournament is cool, but it's not the NBA playoffs. It's not a 7-game series. Next up, we have Victor Wembanyama or Chet Holmgren.
It should be very easy for most of you.
I'm going with Victor Wembanyama. Because if I have nothing else around me, to be honest, you'd always want to go with a unicorn. So you can never lose with that type of situation. So, and I've seen what he can do with nothing around him. So I'm definitely going with Victor Wembanyama. But in the same realm,
You're not
I would, huh?
I can't see your face.
Oh shit. But in the same realm, I'm also saying that I think they're on the same level. Like, I think they're definitely on the same level. I don't think you're saying, oh yeah, I'm just taking Victor and Victor's just like walking over Chat. I think if you take either or, you're five. You're probably 2 to 5 win difference. Same exact team. Swap either or. I think it's a 2 to 5 game difference. I think you swap either or player, the player on the whichever player's on the worst a team with worse players around them is gonna have better stats. Same situation it is today. Because obviously Chet's a way more efficient basketball player than Victor Wembanyama, not just because today in the NBA, but that's just how their careers in basketball has been. If you follow both of them, Chet's just a lot more efficient. But Wembanyama is like I said, a unicorn. But you never know what you can get out of him, and that's always a great upside to have. So I'm going with Victor, but I do think it's a very close.
Man, you already know who I'm picking, man. I'm going with Chet. Chet, like you said, Chet more efficient. Every once in a while, bring up the whole team shit. Like I said, you don't choose who you get drafted by. Victor playing with, he playing with a team that's developing. And Chet was drafted into a team that was developed, and them dudes just develop faster. So that ain't on Chet. Like, really think about it. Chet has the ball way less than Victor, and he averages almost the same amount of points. And everyone wants to say, like, oh, Chet's open because of the other teammates. That's not true, though, because nobody's out there doubling SGA at the fucking 3-point line because he can't shoot threes that very well. So it's like the teams don't matter. Like, if you look at both of them play, like, people forget Chet is 7'1" too. Like, everyone talking about, oh, Victor 7'5", behind the backs, sham gods. Like, Chet is 7'1", putting the ball on the floor.
Why did you just try to say it like downplay the fact that nigga 7'5" doing a sham god?
Because I'm saying, like, Chet, like, when you compare Chet and Wemby, people talk about Chet like he's 6'4" doing like these moves. Like, Chet is 7'1", like doing the same stuff. Like, he can shoot better than Wemby. He's more efficient. I'll say Wemby's the better finisher. Defensively, I feel like they're equal. Like, there's nothing Victor does way better than Chet. Like, there's nothing you can say Victor does better than Chet. Like, off the bat, like right now, like probably rebounding. That's probably it. That's the only thing.
False. So Wemby's better than Chet at everything except probably spot up shooting. Better rebounder, better shot blocker, better free throw shooter. You say he almost averages more points than him. He averages 5 more points than him, so that's almost 6 more points. So that's pretty more points. Chet averages 16 point something. Victor averages 20 point something. So
Victor shot up to 20.
Yeah, he shot up to 20.
His average 20.
So I'm looking at
20 and 10.
20 and 10, and 3 assists. 81% from the free throw line. So you were wrong there. Chet is more efficient shooting, which, I mean, when you take less shots, you're going to be more efficient. Not my fault. He's not aggressive.
From the free throw line.
70 something. Victor's 81. If y'all was wondering. And I'm almost sure he shot more of them. So that's where the efficiency thing pops out. He's better than him on defense just completely. I'm just gonna go there with that. More blocks, more rebounds. You know what I'm saying? It's just there. Less minutes played.
Steals.
Team.
So
like,
is it
more steals? Huh?
The straight stat thing.
What makes him a better shot blocker? That's my only question.
I'm asking more shots.
Everything you named was just straight.
Bro, that's not.
You're just you're straight stat reading.
That's kind of how comparisons work between players.
You can't say he a better shot blocker because he had a decimal.
When has a better shot blocker ever not been measured by how many shots they block?
I'm not just talking about just the blocks, nigga. Everything that you name, from the points, the rebounds, everything that you name was just you're just naming stats. Like, yeah, I mean,
analytics guy.
If you're on the court with a whole bunch of fucking 6'4" guys and a 6'10" that averages 3 rebounds, yeah, you're gonna average 10 rebounds a game. I don't think what's it called? Wemby's on the floor with anybody that averages more than 6-7 rebounds a game. Whereas if Chet shares the floor with 4 other players that average 5+ rebounds.
Nagat, are you muted? Oh, you're muted.
Couldn't hear you because someone was calling me, and I'm glad I couldn't hear you because it just looked like y'all was yapping. Wemby is clearing away. Just that's what I'm starting my franchise with. I ain't even gonna lie. In the last 15, 20 years, name me who's been drafted as a rookie. I would probably start him over everybody. I mean, I would start my team with him over anyone that's been drafted since 2003 besides Bron, Curry,
Carmelo.
Hell no. What? Give me Wemby every fucking time. What? Crazy work. Give me Wemby. Start a team, Wemby. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
I just had some points to refute. First of all, my boy Wembanyama is doing this on a minute restriction for most of the year. He's only playing 25 minutes a game. Let's mind that.
Spit.
He's clearly better on defense. He affects more shots. Like, people don't even go up sometimes when they see Wemby in the paint. Like, they don't even attack the paint. They'll just reverse, pass it back out. About your points about the rebounds, there's actually 1, 2, 3 people on Wembanyama's team that average over 5 rebounds. There's only 2 that do it on the Thunder, so that was a lie. Wembanyama, I mean, I really don't know why this is even like a talk. He has Trey Jones as his point guard. As you said earlier, Chet has an MVP on his team, and he has probably the best sophomore player on his team. So, when you have better players on your team, you have more space to operate. It's easier to get better shots, except when you're not when you have Trey Jones and your second best player is Devin Vassell. Like, give me a break. Like, Devin Vassell.
What's wrong with Devin?
I don't even know. I don't know if Devin Vassell might get 17 minutes on the Thunder.
Crazy.
17 minutes on the Thunder.
Who's Wemby's point guard when Trey Jones is hurt?
You got to chill. Vassell is actually.
Hey, James. Who's Wemby's
Vassell is not like that. I don't know what you're seeing. Vassell is okay.
He's a scorer.
He's okay.
Hey, James. Who's Wemby's point guard when Trey Jones goes down?
Oh yeah. When Trey Jones is not there, that's when he's actually started playing better. When he had actual point guard. But when Trey Jones is like that, and Trey Jones is, I love Trey Jones, but he's not even a top 30 point guard in the league. 25 point guard in the league. But when he's not there, we have Jeremy Shohan running the point.
Sohan.
I don't know if y'all watched Jeremy Shohan.
Like, come on, bro.
I don't know what experiment that was from Popovich, but he's not a point forward. He's not any of that. And he's Jeremy Shohan on the Thunder, was he averaging 15 minutes a game? Like, we're being realistic.
Now, the Vassell thing was kind of far-fetched, but Sohan, he's not playing more than 15 minutes for the Thunder. Let's be for real. That don't mean nothing. So is Kwame Brown.
I was asking. Okay.
Let's talk about when we face big-time players. He gave KD 40. I don't know if y'all remember that. Giannis, he gave him 29. He also gave Embiid 30. Embiid did go off for 60, but he's fucking Joel Embiid in his prime. So he still gave him 30. Rudy Gobert fried him. He fried Rudy Gobert, actually. Your DPOI fried him. Absolutely. Started off with his first 8 shots going in. Unguardable.
DPOI, by the way.
Unguardable type of shit. So, when we're watching Wemby and then we're watching Chet, I don't see, if Wemby was on the Thunder, are they not a better team?
I think they'll be where they are right now.
I think they'd be the first.
They're the number 1 team in the West. How much higher can you go?
More wins.
More wins.
Better defense.
I think I think his production goes down. I think honestly his growth probably slows down as well.
Yeah, Wemby's not the first option on the Thunder. I promise you that he's not going to be the first option
He's
on
the
the Thunder.
second option.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like
That's not the second option.
they
on the
will
Thunder.
still play the same
He may
role. I promise you they'll play the same role.
Chet is not the second
way
option on the Thunder.
the way
If
Jay-
Wemby
the
played
way-
for the Thunder, he would be
ended
the
last
second
season,
option.
He'd be the second option. I think he
No,
was
he
still,
wouldn't.
But hey,
I'm not saying
Hey,
that off
stop.
listen, bro,
AJ,
because
stop.
the same way
Jalen
players.
Williams has the ball in his hands a lot now. I don't think that's gonna change. Like they're using Jalen Williams almost as if like the backup playmaker.
Hey,
Bro,
yo.
Jalen Williams is tough.
I didn't say, brother. Saying he would be the third option is not saying he's not tough.
I'm
He's
just
just
saying like
I just feel like they would use the 7'4" power forward unicorn as the second option because he has a different skill set than Chet. You just said it yourself. Chet's more efficient because their play styles are different. If Wemby's on the court, that pick and roll and that pick and pop, it's all different. It's different. Chet can't get the ball and just finish like Wemby can. You can say he's 7'1" and all that, but he can't. You know he doesn't finish like Wemby does.
Let's start off with Josh Giddey and a Wemby pick and roll. Josh Giddey is a better point than anyone they have on the.
If Josh Giddey played for the Spurs, Wemby's averaging like 25 right now instead of 20.
Mind you, he's on a minutes restriction. He's only playing 25 minutes. Also, someone said that Chet gets more touches. I meant Wemby gets more touches. Right? That was also a lie. As of January 27th, Chet averaged 4 more touches per game than Wemby. So I mean, that's neither here or there. So your boy is touching the ball enough. He's just, I mean, he's not doing Wemby numbers. If Wemby was playing 30 minutes a game, he might be averaging 24 points a game. I don't think it's really even that close, honestly. I mean, there's Wemby and then there's Chet. Not to say Chet is ass. I just think Wemby is just going to be Wemby is on another level and he's going to be on another level.
well.
I'm just saying, y'all said every point, and we said we had to.
I mean, I don't really, like I said, I don't.
How much more do you want to say? All we do is
it will be the same team with whether it's Chet or Wemby on it.
Well, that part, I don't argue. I'm not gonna argue with you about that point because that's like you could be right. I'm just saying, Wemby's play style and the way he's gifted, I just feel like they would be a different team. Like you don't fear Chet like you fear Wemby coming to the basket. A lot of Wemby's blocks are not the type of blocks Chet's getting. Like y'all just said, you're just naming stats. Okay, so let's talk about it. The actual game footage, because I watched all the Wemby games. His blocks are not help side all the time. But he's looking one direction at the help side, like the off ball cuts and everything. His IQ is so high, it's like 5 or 10 different plays I've seen where he's turning around immediately, putting his hands up, blocking shots without even looking first. His hands are up, he's just blocking the shot because his IQ is that high. Those type of blocks, you can't teach that. Like that, he's just a special defensive player. And he's dealing with a team that he has to help every single player. There's not one player on the Spurs you trust one-on-one on defense. At least for the Thunder, you kind of trust SGA. You kind of trust Jalen Williams. You kind of trust Lou Dort still with them, right? You definitely trust Lou Dort. You like these are players that you like. All right, I don't really gotta help as much, but Wemby has to help every single person on the court, bro. Like it's not the same. If Chet played for them, obviously he would put up numbers. Like he wouldn't have a choice but to put up numbers. But you would see the difference, bro. I'm telling you, you would see the difference. If Wemby played for the Thunder, we talking about the Thunder. I'm not even gonna lie. We talking about the Thunder. Like, hey, they might be able to do some things because you don't think the Thunder can win the championship.
Why not?
You didn't. Do you think they can win the championship?
If they face the right team, the right path.
Don't know.
3 times in a row? 4 times in a row?
What do you mean 3 times in a row?
They got to face the right team 4 times in a row.
Yeah, like what is the right team? You're going to play a top team, bro. Like you're not
the only team. Top teams in the The only team I think that they will really have a problem with is maybe the Clippers. I think they can beat everybody.
You think they could beat the Suns?
Oh, nah.
What
Like,
is
come on, bro.
what is
Nah.
Wemby gonna do? What is Wemby? I mean, not Wemby. What is Chet gonna do with Jokic?
Wemby too, granted.
You
But
talk about players giving. Chet has cooked Jokic, not cooked. Chet has gave Jokic good games.
he
He's
had
given
18 and
AD
13.
good games. Now he gave AD 25. He gave Embiid 30. Since we're
So did
talking
Wemby.
about all that, Chet has done the same stuff. It's just the Wemby's gets put on every social media platform for everybody in the world to see. 24/7.
What? I saw Embiid, but nobody talked about Wemby's 30. What are you talking about? Embiid
Obviously not,
flooded
because
him. You said it
Embiid had
yourself.
nobody gonna talk about somebody who's 30 when they gave up 60. Like who?
That's what I'm
never
saying.
gonna happen.
You're saying something that's not true. I didn't see Wemby's 25, 6 blocks. He had 2 blocks for the game winner against the Wizards the other day, a week or two ago, at the buzzer. 2 back to back. Boom, block. They got the rebound. Boom, block that one. Game over. Spurs win. Bro,
But
nobody's posting that type of stuff, bro.
Yeah,
Let's
'cause
not
nobody
act
wants to
like
see
the
the
media
Wizards,
is
'cause
just
nobody wants to see the
crazy
Wizards.
posting Wemby, bro.
They do. They do.
They post
I'm
him,
not
but you
like
acting like
Wemby.
every day is just Wemby. Like, no.
If Wemby does a crossover, they're gonna post that shit on Bleacher
He's
Report.
Sham God, your defensive player of the year. It's going to be on SportsCenter, bro.
No, I'm not talking about that, but I'm just saying if he do a crossover or any type of if he do a behind the back dribble, it's going on ESPN's top 10.
I mean, well, he's 7'4", bro. You got to just take that with a grain of salt. I mean, have you ever seen it? Was you watching Yao Ming at 7'6", Sham God niggas?
I
Or was
saw
he getting his ass
Bobo do it.
dunked on by niggas 6'3"?
I seen Bobo do it.
And you seen Bobo on SportsCenter. Please stop. Please stop.
You have seen Bobo on Twitter.
I mean, I'm just saying I've seen him do it. He hasn't been on. Actually, he has been on SportsCenter. When he was on the Magic, he was on SportsCenter.
Yes,
I know
we
that. That's what I
agree.
just told you.
Oh.
You've seen him on SportsCenter.
We're gonna move on. We're gonna move forward though. De'Aaron Fox or Donovan Mitchell?
I wish you would have said D-Book or Donovan Mitchell, bro.
I said De'Aaron Fox.
I know.
Oh. Well, that's not really a. Come on, man. That's not really a.
Shit, not
I'm going
close.
with Donovan Mitchell. I've seen Donovan Mitchell lead a team with straight role players to what I want to say semis a couple times with the Jazz. De'Aaron Fox, I still have to see what's coming out with him. They had a good year last year. We can see if it was a fluke year or not this year. So I'm going with Donovan Mitchell just off his past performances. I know he's had a couple of playoff hiccups, but I know for a fact he can get you 40 to 50 wins every single season, and that at least that has to mean something because that at least puts you in a position to contend.
Gliz?
Oh, yeah, complete opposite. I'm going De'Aaron Fox. I watched D-Mitch show me that he's just not that guy in the playoffs. I watched De'Aaron Fox go toe-to-toe with the best point guard ever, with, guys like Draymond behind leading that defense. So, and he did what he had to do. Multiple 30-point games, kept his team in it for 7 games. Not gonna lie, I just don't see D-Mitch doing that against a team a player of that caliber or a team of that caliber. That's a second round team. So I just feel like if D-Mitch was in the same position, that series goes about 5-6. So great regular season player. I don't agree with the 50 win thing because, like I say about every sport, regular season records, you're not playing the top teams every day. Like 35, 40 of those wins are going to come against teams who are not your caliber. So when you play those top teams, that's when, the real you comes out. And De'Aaron Fox is a big game player since college, since high school. So that's just what he does. Where did D-Mitch go?
Louisville.
Don't remember, but were they deep in the tournament?
No, not.
I assumed. He's just not that kind of guy, bro. Like he's just not a guy that does that. He's a really good player though, but he's not a big time game guy. He's not a big game performer, bro. And it's in yours, and it's not. I was going to compare him to an NFL player, but I'm gonna just leave that. I'm gonna leave that shit alone right now. So yeah, I'm gonna go De'Aaron Fox.
Wait, who's the NFL player?
Nah, I'm gonna leave it alone. Who you think, AJ?
That.
I was gonna say Lamar, but let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
I'll go De'Aaron Fox. I've seen the Donovan Mitchell movie before. That's enough. That's enough of that. I mean, he can't be the best player on the team to win it all. I wonder if he can be the second option, but I mean, we gotta see that. But yeah, I'll definitely take De'Aaron Fox. Just off the strength, he's become like a better shooter as well. So it's like Donovan, he'll get you 50, but you won't win. Like he folded with the Jazz. Who the Cavs lose to? I know they lost to somebody who they shouldn't have. Folded. They lost to who?
To the Knicks.
Oh yeah, that's horrible. So it's like,
damn, that's horrible.
Yeah, bro. Like they
horrible is crazy.
Bro, you can arguably say like the Cavs had a complete starting five. Like they had no weakness except for at the three. I don't know who was starting at the three.
But they have an unbalanced. They have 2 short guards and 2 inside bigs. So it's like it's tough.
How they lost to the Knicks told me a lot about Donovan Mitchell. So it's like,
well, no, I agree. I'm just saying the Cleveland.
I'm not saying the Knicks are bad.
The roster build is weird.
Because what they lose in 5 or 6, like they shouldn't have lost to the Knicks in 5. Like that's crazy. Like if it was in 7, that's one thing, but losing to the Knicks in 5 is kind of bad. So it's like, yeah, and Donovan, like, I don't know. He gonna have to. I don't know. I would say become a better playmaker, but it's like, I don't know. I don't think he can win with bro.
It's just not the roster for him. I don't think so.
His folds are worse than his folds are worse than Harden, but Donovan has some pretty bad folds. Like all them Jazz years, those are all folds.
I mean,
the Clippers joint was a huge fold.
You never really thought the Jazz had a chance, though.
Bro, there was one year everybody thought they had a chance. Like, there was the number 1 seed, and everybody was like, Rudy was the defensive player of the year.
Yeah, I never thought. Jazz is just one of them teams.
All right, man, it's my turn. Well, first I'm going to go with De'Aaron Fox, but I'm going to explain why. As a leader of the Donovan Mitchell hater club, I have to explain why Donovan Mitchell folds in the playoffs. We're going to start off in 2020 when he was playing against Jamal Murray and the Nuggets, because Jamal Murray was going off for 50, but he was up 3-1 and they blew a 3-1 lead in the first round. Donovan Mitchell played fantastic that series, but in the game 7 he did not show up. I'm not gonna lie. And they lost 78-80. Then we move on to next year where they play the Clippers, the COVID year. And Kawhi Leonard gets hurt in game 4. He gets hurt in game 4, so he's out for the series. And they lose the next 2 games without the Clippers having their best player for the rest of that series. So there's that. Then the next year he comes back into the playoffs, and we have Jalen Brunson's coming out party. I called it at the time. I said Jalen Brunson is about to fry because neither of the guards, Mike Conley or Donovan Mitchell, can guard. But they played 4 games without Luka Doncic on their team, and they were down 2-1, and then it was tied 2-2. And when Luka came back, the series was over. They were like the Mavs were plus 900 favorites to win. I mean, underdogs to win that series when the series started. And then he decided to move to a new team. And so, they're a 5th seed with the Cavs, and they're favorites again. And he doesn't show up not one game against the Knicks. He even comes home to his hometown at the New York Knicks and doesn't show up one time. I think he had a couple of 13-point games in there. And Jalen Brunson absolutely fried him. Jalen Brunson is his dad. De'Aaron Fox, as Gliz said, man, now that he has a team around him, you see De'Aaron Fox is obviously clutch player of the year award. He's one of the clutchest players when the lights come on. If we build the right team around De'Aaron Fox, I know he's going to show up every time when the lights get bright. I mean, if it wasn't for him probably breaking his hand, they might end up beating the Warriors. Or if Harrison Barnes hits the wide open 3 in game 5, it was game 4. One of those games. Harrison Barnes had a game-winning chance, and he missed like he did with the Warriors. So, I mean, that they probably take a 3-1 series in that league, and they probably knock off the Warriors. They were defending champs that year, last year. So he probably knocks off the defending champs, and this probably not even a conversation. We have the Lakers versus the Kings, and who knows how that series can go, because I don't know if the Lakers last year would have been able to keep up with the speed that the Kings play at the tempo that they were playing at last year. So that would have been an interesting series. A lot of mismatches. So yeah, I'm gonna go with De'Aaron Fox. Last but not least, we have Brandon Miller versus Scoot Henderson.
I'm going Brandon Miller easily.
He
look, I don't know, like he do look like PG though. He do play like Paul George. Indiana Paul George, but without the defense, of course. Become a better defender, man. He gonna be a problem. Come on, Gliz. I know you watched that Lakers game, bro. It was.
I'm gonna let Kawhi go.
He's a. I don't know. He's just a bucket. It's just I don't know if he don't play like that when LaMelo on the floor. So I don't know like what that looked like. But when he out there by himself, like him and Miles Bridges, and he got the green light, like he can get a bucket. Scoot, he's in a bad position. The Blazers just got way too many guards. They're going to have to figure out who they're going to trade so Scoot can actually play, like play more. But I'll definitely go Brandon Miller. Because Scoot the worst guard out of all the 4 guards that they have.
You want to go? You want me to go?
You can go ahead.
I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna go Scoot. Brandon Miller's better right now, obviously. He came into the league more ready, and obviously he's in a. Even though that situation is fucking horrible too, but he's in a better situation just for himself, I would say, not as far as winning goes. But as Scoot season has gone further and further, he's gotten better. He just had a really good game the other day and a really good game the game before that. And I see it. Mid-range, Scoot, when he's confident, he looks good. When he hits a couple mid-range, that's when the 3 starts to get going. And we all know he can get to the basket. The only thing Scoot's going to have to do is have a consistent jump shot, and it's coming. He has a pretty jumper. The confidence is getting there. You're playing behind Anthony Simons. I mean, and like you said, to a lot of people, he's probably the worst guard on the team, but he's a project. And the way I see him play, he's going to end up really good. So, I mean, I'm not going to fall for this guy's better out the gate thing. Brandon Miller, I mean, he is who he is. We saw who he was in college. We saw who he is in the NBA. He's going to put up shots. And he's going to score. It's going to look nice. But Scoot, after a few years, I'm willing to put the money on it. Like, Scoot's going to be a top guard, not a top guard, but he's going to be a really good guard in the NBA. Brandon Miller's he's not going to be Paul George. That I wish people would put that to rest. There's a lot of guys who could come get buckets for the Charlotte Hornets. Like, I mean, go put Brandon Miller in Jordan Poole's shoes. Let him and Kuz be the guys, and we'll see how Brandon Miller looks. Like, it's. I think Scoot will end up being really good. And I'm gonna go with him. I know the popular answer is definitely going to be Brandon Miller, but I'm gonna go Scoot.
So yeah, I'm probably gonna go with Scoot because personally, I think Scoot's ability to pass the ball is kind of like underrated. I think a lot of people don't look at their team is full of guards who take themselves out of shots. You know what I'm saying? They don't do the easy thing. Whereas if they're given the ball to catch and shoot, or if they just need to cut, they don't do the easy things on that team. And I kind of think it's disgusting. I also don't like their coaching. You would think Chauncey Billups as a point guard would be able to do a lot better with that many guards. but he kind of lets him play freestyle type basketball. I don't agree with AJ saying that he's the worst guard on the team. Maybe by stats, but by in the sense of like playing the game right. I think Scoot actually plays the game a lot more, because if we're talking about starting a team, you kind of want your point guard to be efficient. So I wouldn't agree with AJ with saying he's the worst guard on the team. But the reason why I would pick Scoot over Brandon Miller is Brandon Miller's ceiling seems to be like just scoring title. Whereas to me, I think Scoot is going to be one of those guys that like he'll be one of those transcendent point guards that leads the league in like assists, total assists, or like assists per game and shit like that. Like the same way Tyrese Halliburton is going on to the next level. Then Scoot will be there in like 2-3 years. Maybe not even that long. Maybe next year he'll be averaging 9-10 assists.
First, I want to know which guard do you think he's better than on the Blazers?
To be honest, I like Brogdon, but Brogdon's ceiling is his ceiling. This is where Brogdon is. Like Brogdon doesn't get no better than this. And that's that. Scoot is a fucking 20-year-old like grown ass man. Looks like he's 28.
19.
He's 19. Oh, even better.
Brogdon's 31.
Brogdon's not 31.
Brogdon's 31.
Brogdon's 31.
Yeah. So like saying he's the worst guard right now is not saying much. He's fucking teenager. And then the only other person you'll be able to really argue that actually gets playing time is Shaedon Sharpe. He's not better than Shaedon Sharpe. So I mean,
I really don't look. I look at Shaedon Sharpe as a wing that you can play at the guard position.
I mean, I just mean guard, shooting guard, point guard, just guard.
I'm about to say Shaedon's only 6'5".
I mean, he's a shooting guard. He's definitely a shooting guard. But yeah, he's better. Brogdon, that's just. I mean, he's a vet, so. He's probably
I feel like Brogdon's pretty efficient and I feel like Brogdon has been a steady point guard in all his roles.
Yeah, 44. Yeah, he's efficient. He's definitely efficient. You can't say he's not efficient. So, yeah.
I was just curious. I'm not really here. I mean, I understand what you're saying now that you like. I can see that like maybe Scoot is supposed to be better, but I'm gonna go with Brandon Miller. It's just hard to say Scoot right now. Not to say that Scoot, like I think Scoot is going to be bad. I thought Scoot out of when they drafted, I thought Scoot would be the better player, but it's just hard for me to see what I've seen after half a season and be like, I'm going to pick Scoot. I mean, obviously Scoot's not in the greatest situation, just like we were saying with Wemby and Miller, but I just feel like Miller has just shown more. I mean, not to say that Scoot hasn't shown me anything. I don't know, man. I just think I've seen way more out of Miller. Like, Scoot's still like I feel like I would just go with the safe pick right now. I feel like Miller, he looks like a player that's going to be around for 10 to 12 years, no matter what type of role it is. And for me, it looks like he's going to be a starter. And I think that obviously Miller's going to get better. So I think Miller can be an all-star. Scoot, he has all the capabilities and everything, but I haven't seen it yet. Like he's been on a stretch where he's been playing better, but it hasn't been Brandon Miller, and Brandon Miller lost his best player on his team. So it's like, and Brandon Miller has elevated his game. So I'm gonna go with Brandon Miller, man. I think Brandon Miller is gonna be good. And I'm gonna change my opinion. I think Brandon Miller is gonna be the better player for the rest of his career. But man, that's it, man. That's all we had. Any last words? Well, first of all, everyone like, comment, and subscribe. We're at 175 subscribers, I remember a time when it was hard to get 50 subscribers, 100 subscribers. So, we're growing and we all appreciate it. And our Instagram page is almost at 400 subscribers. And check us out on TikTok as well. But yeah, Coach K?
I got nothing.
Gliz?
Go Wemby, man. You know where I'm at with it. I'm getting ready to watch some Wemby tomorrow. Best player since Bron. Best thing since cooked grease.
Nah, the glazing is getting crazy.
Best player since Braun is crazy.
Best rookie since
Rookie.
Braun, nigga. Not Zion, not Luka, not Trey, not nobody, nigga.
Nah, wait. Blake was a second-year player. I was about to say Blake's rookie year was crazy.
Nah, I'm trolling, but go win me, man.
AJ?
Shout out to the Phoenix Suns. We're about to win the chip this year.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ. He didn't even fucking pick them.
He didn't pick them.
He's a fucking troll, bro. All right, man. We're out.